Of course, I'd love to talk about my process. Thank you for asking. One of the reasons I'm actually going through my book, ignoring that I'm just a perfectionist and I can't just leave it there, is because I was thinking about my story, and I realized the entire series I have planned is essentially someone telling the story of what happened to someone else, and yet this entire book is written in present tense, and people don't tell stories in present tense. That doesn't happen. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So I'm going through primarily to change it from present tense to past tense. So that's kind of why I'm going like chapter by chapter, and I've just been noticing it's kind of like line editing. And as I'm going like line by line, I have personal notes for myself. Like I'm trying to cut back on adverbs, for example. So like instead of saying someone did something proudly, I'd have them do like a proud gesture, like lift your chin. Like for example, an arrogant person probably doesn't like to look up at anyone, or just something. For example, just little tiny notes for myself. And I've been noticing too that for example, the chapter I worked on today, my one of my main characters, I realized a huge chunk of her background has a lot of plot holes in it. So when I said I like in my last video, I said I spent like 13 hours editing this chapter. Most of that time was spent trying to figure out solutions to the stuff that I noticed. That's kind of like what my process looks like. I sit down with my red pen, I go through the chapter, I cross things out, I will underline and make notes for myself. If like a huge paragraph or something needs to be completely rewritten, I'll go get a piece of copy paper and I'll go write out the replacement, and I'll put like replacement number 17, and then next to the paragraph I'm going to replace, I'll have a little note that's like go see page number 17 for the replacement. What else do I do? See, I'll go through it with the red pen. I'll go through it. I'll read the chapter. I'll then read the chapter, obviously. Once I'm finished with everything, I will go and type it all up on my laptop, and then I'll wait a day and I'll come reread my edits and clean it up a little bit more, because I feel like you should always reread after you edit when your brain is fresh, because if I've spent like the last 6 hours looking at this piece of paper, I'm gonna miss shit. So that's kind of what it's been looking like. The story itself isn't changing that much, but it's being like tightened up. So yeah, that's basically my process. A whole lot of sitting down at the desk with the red pen and a huge gallon of water and playing high frequency sounds to keep my vibration high. So yeah, that's kind of what my process looks like. Because I'm older, there isn't as much internal screaming, but there is still a little bit, just to be honest.